So I've been wanting to make a video for a while now. I made one quite a while ago, a few weeks after I had surgery, but I'm about 7.5 months out. It is November, and I had my surgery on St. Patrick's Day of 2022. And my experience has not gone in a straight line. Before surgery, I asked my doctor, whether this was the right thing to do because I had pain going down my left arm to the outside of my hand, which would sort of indicate a nerve pattern of C7 or C8. And I was actually fused from 4 to 6, which is where the damage showed up. And he said, well, sometimes people are wired differently. And I kind of scratched my head and thought, well, I don't know about that. But, I'm not a doctor, so what do I know? So I went ahead and had the surgery, and I had a couple of really interesting things happen. One, I had my throat close, which I figured might happen because my family has a history of dysphasia. I've never had it, but several people in my family have, just spontaneously, not from a surgery or anything like that. So I was kind of on guard for that, but it happened, and then I kind of let it go too long because I didn't know that there was an easy solution for it. So it turns out that I went to the hospital for about 10 hours and sat there until I was given a steroid in my IV drip, and that really cleared up the problem. But what it had set off was a cycle of nausea and vomiting for about a week. So I had a miserable time coming out of surgery. So if you come out of surgery and you're not feeling well or whatever, call the doctor. There are things that they can do. And I wish I had known that because I kind of let it go thinking, this will go away and whatever. So I probably spent about a week unnecessarily miserable just because I didn't know. So in the course of my recovery, there have been several things that have gone on. One, I started feeling really good in July, and I was able to kind of do a number of things that didn't really exacerbate my symptoms, and I was able to start using my upper body a little bit, but I don't know what happened. I have no idea why. All of that stopped, and I went through a really serious period of not being able to do anything. I do a lot of computer work, and so that's very difficult, and I'm not able to put my head down and work without really modifying everything. And I have to be cognizant of, sitting for too long or standing for too long or anything like that. So what I have found is that if I walk every single day, and I walk about 2.5 miles at minimum every day, and really the more the better. So if I walk twice a day for 2.5 miles, if I get those 10,000 steps, I feel okay. But anytime I try to do anything with my upper body, I don't know, I have not been able to do it. So I don't know if for me it's that I'm impatient and I want to fix my fence, I want to vacuum, I want to do the things that I'm used to doing, kayak, whatever. I haven't tried that, and I definitely wouldn't because I know I can't do it. But I've seen a lot of people go back to golfing and do really well, and that's not been the case for me. So I would just say that everybody's experience with this is incredibly different, and I don't know that my experience has been successful. I still have some misgivings about whether the correct level was addressed, because I still have a lot of the pain and some of the numbness that I had prior to surgery. So I don't know, it's not like I'm gonna go back in for surgery anytime soon, because if I'm really careful, if I don't drive, if I don't sit too long, I can drive, but if I drive for a long time, I have to get up and move around. So really, I can't emphasize enough that I've seen people writing in different forums about the idea that motion is lotion, and it 100% has been for me, because I can't do anything. I've gone to physical therapy a number of times, and it exacerbates my symptoms so badly, even with the minor therapy of just, using sonography to break up the scar area, using like a TENS type machine or a muscle stim machine, and massage, and really nothing else, hardly any exercise. Can't do it. it sets my symptoms off, and I can barely work for a week. So it's been really frustrating, and I've had to really just sort of back off and kind of, see what happens and have some patience. And for me, that's been really hard. So I'm somebody who has had a lot of orthopedic injury over the years. I've had an ACL replacement, and definitely you have to do the work. You have to do the PT, and it hurts. And, it's a challenge, but there's sort of a straight path to get through that. In this case, any kind of pain in physical therapy is not a good thing. And I didn't understand that, I think, for a while. So yeah, I've had to kind of challenge myself to rethink what success is here. And for now, success is not being disabled, honestly. So I am just trying to do the things that make me feel okay or functional, really. And that is lots and lots of walking. I've kind of set to the side doing anything with my upper body, which is terrible because I've been active my whole life. But I'm 52 years old, and I don't want to live this way with this kind of pain. So I'm hoping that maybe my recovery is a slow path, and I just need to be more patient. But that's been my experience so far. And so, I've talked to doctors, pain management. I don't want to be on drugs, so I'm taking very little. I still take one gabapentin capsule at night so that I can at least get comfortable to sleep and kind of knock down the end of day nerve pain that I have. But other than that, I don't take anything, and I don't want to. So yeah, if you have suggestions about what you have done, if you've had a similar experience to mine, I'd love to hear comments. And I hope that this helps somebody else to, one, be patient, and two, just talk to your doctor, because everything doesn't go the way it says it's going to. After surgery, they tell you, oh, this is going to happen and this is going to happen. But in looking at different forums and things like that, I have noticed that there have been so many people who have had all kinds of bumps in the road. So I think that's pretty normal. Anyway, I'd love to hear any kind of interaction that anybody has. And, if anybody has had a similar experience to mine, and I'd love to hear it if you've had a similar long healing journey that resulted in something positive. So yeah, that's been my ACDF surgery experience so far after about 7.5 months. Bye. Thank you.